good? How you doing?
Good. Your guess good?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess today's the first, you had the two-a-days and then today just one,
Yeah.
and just kind of what you feel like you've accomplished heading into Abu Dhabi.
You know, I tell you what, the team is probably a little bit ahead on both sides of the ball than what I expected we'd be at this point. They've been working hard. They've been trying to pick up stuff on both ends of the floor as quickly as possible. So their attentiveness has been great. Today was the first time where we really had a chance to kind of bump heads in scrimmage, and you know, when you go against a different color jersey and just instead of go through it 5-on-0 or against the coaches, it's a little different. But our guys did a good job. It'd be even more different when we go against Philly and Abu Dhabi. So I like our progress so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Just to ask, has everybody made it through kind of this first week pretty healthy and no setbacks with injuries or anything like that?
Yeah, no, everybody's pretty good.
With Coach, with Landry and obviously coming back from last year, you know, there's continuity there with the rest of the group. How important is that in general, and how could that benefit maybe this upcoming season, just the continuity factor?
Now, anytime you can have continuity within your group of players or even within your staff, I think it benefits everybody because everybody knows each other just a little bit better. They know what makes somebody tick in a positive way, and then they know what kind of can be something negative for their teammate too. So, and then they just know each other's games. So, having said that, it's a good thing. But the other veterans that we have in camp have been great as well.
Mike, last year's team had its issues defensively, particularly guarding the point of attack, transition defense. Just what's your vision on defense for how this team functions, and then where do you want to see the group on that side?
Well, you know, again, we're laying in what our foundation is on the defensive side of the ball, and we have rules. You know, we want to make sure we protect the basket first, and we want to declare a ball. But while declaring the ball, you want to load and make that paint look crowded. Then you want to find the most dangerous guy, and then you know whoever's the last guy down the floor. You go weak side. And for us, if we can follow those rules, we know we'll have a pretty good chance of being a good defensive transition team. The one thing that I'm big on, and I talk to everybody about this just in general, I've been big on this every team I've been with, is our ability to play with next play speed at a high level. Meaning that if we turn the ball over or somebody misses a shot that we hope that person didn't take or whatever, and the other team is breaking the other way, that we go to offense and now we go to defense like that, and we're sprinting back. And so to have that next play speed ability at a very, very high level is something that, in my opinion, again, will separate most of the really good teams from the great teams.
One other one on Landry, because he was a signing that happened after you came on.
He was what? I'm sorry.
He was a signing that happened after you
Oh,
came on.
yeah.
For the two guys, Clarkson and so. What do you like about him, and what does he bring to the group?
Offensively, his pace in the full court, he does a great job of sprinting the floor, and he'll sprint to the corner every single possession. And when you do that with the ability that he has to shoot the ball from deep, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. It also flattens the defense because you got to go with them. And if the defense gets flattened by a shooter, that means the driving lanes go from here to here. And so his pace in the full court is fantastic. His pace in the half court, he's got a great cadence. He knows when to go slow and then when to explode without the ball is fantastic. So when he comes off of handoffs or pin downs, he can create offense for his teammates just with his movement or his gravity. Because if you got a shooter coming off, you're going to tend to lean towards that shooter, which means the slip may now be available because of the pace that he's coming off in the half court. And And then defensively, he's not afraid. He'll stick his nose in and guard whoever he has to guard. He's going to bust his behind trying to do it the right way. And you know, we've seen positive results with him guarding multiple or different guys, not just his position.
Like, being around the league for a long time, I think my calendar's right. Mikal signed his extension after you came aboard, but last year you weren't here. Obviously, Jalen did what he did.
Yeah.
Both those guys leaving money on the table so that you guys could build a roster around them. Just kind of how unusual is that? And we see guys who are all seeking max contracts. To see guys do that feels like it's a little bit of a
It's unusual. I mean, you guys been around the league too a long time, obviously, and so one of our big things when you're talking about our standards, and I've hit this before. You know, first one is sacrifice. Second one is connectivity, competitive spirit, a belief in the overall process and each other. All that's coupled by accountability, and that to me hits home on the first one. You sacrifice. You sacrifice who you are and what you're about for the betterment of the team. And it just sets the tone going forward that that's what this team's about, because that's what those individuals are about, and that's what they're going to bring to the team.
Mike, I got two quick ones. One, the roster is full of guys who shot 35, 37, 39% from three. Just how many threes do you think you're going to try to get these guys to get up in the game? Do you have a target number? Like, how do you approach? Because, you know, everybody's shooting threes at a high rate now. What's that rate look like for you?
I mean, if we get 40, I'm cool with it. If we get 40 plus, I'm cool with it. But they got to be good threes. I don't want. We got a couple of guys that we will allow to dance with it and let it go, and they know who they are. But if we play like we're capable of, with pace, especially spacing, and the paint touches, we should generate a lot of catch and shoot threes. And if you're open and your feet are set, especially if that ball hits the paint or we have a cut or a roll and it pulls the defense in and now we get a spray to a three.
See what you did with Sabonis in Sacramento on this. Hey, is that, you know, what you envision with Cat, because their skill sets in terms of playmaking can be somewhat comparable. Is that, do you have that vision for using them in similar ways or two totally different ways?
They're different players, okay, but their skill set is at an extremely high level. And so there are going to be some things that Sabonis did do that for sure Cat can do when he's at the five. And then vice versa. You know, Cat, we're going to move him around a lot. He's not just going to play the five. And so he'll be all over the floor. And his ability to shoot the basketball will show because we're going to move him around.
All right, two more. OG, great guy. I think he has more personality than he lets on. What's it been like getting to know him and coach him in conversations since you've gotten here and then this week in camp?
Many people don't know this, but OG and I have had a previous relationship.
Okay.
I was a Nigerian national team coach, and I reached out to OG back in maybe 2020 or 2019. I can't even remember, but I reached out to most of the Nigerians in the league because there's a ton of them. And and we were in conversation. He was close to playing on that team. But we sparked a relationship back then, and we even had lunch to talk about it during the course of the season when I was in Golden State. I think he might have been in Toronto maybe or something like that, and they came to town. We grabbed lunch, but we've been in contact via text and on the phone a couple of times. And so he's a really great guy. He's a fantastic guy, and he does have some personality. Sometimes he lets it out, sometimes he doesn't.
Thank you.
On OG also, just sometimes when you see him day in, day out, I think you realize kind of defensively what he brings. You haven't had much of a chance here in a couple of days, but from the outside and now being with him, just what can he, does he rank as a first team all defensive guy?
First team all defense. He is more than capable. Really, it's up to him. That's how good he is on that end of the floor. He's a first team, and I've been around those guys. I mean, Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan. I mean, I've been around a few of them, and he's right there.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.